This is a quick video on editing skies in Photoshop to Scenic Gems images. So in here we can see that this sky isn't very ideal. It's completely blown out. So a blue sky would be nice. I've chosen this image because it's also a panorama. It's been stitched together and it's quite a wide image. Many instances would require a taller image, so we'll extend this area and drop in a blue sky as well. So how do we do that? The first thing I'm going to do is double click and create a new layer and get to the canvas size and put in 3500, let's say. Oops, sorry, go back, and that did it on both sides. So yeah, about 3500 I think will work well. And there we go. So I've got some area up here to play with. Now skies. We need to grab a sky. So in pCloud Drive, Scenic Gems Resources, Photoshop Elements, there is a skies folder. And there are two skies to choose from. I'm going to go with the second one, and I'm going to grab that and place it into the document. There's a bit of a profile issue, but it should be okay. So now that I've done that, I will just create a smart object of that so that I don't lose any quality. And now that I've got my smart object, I will hopefully okay, I'll just scale that down a bit, and coming back about there. So the whites of this image here should work well with this scene here already. I don't need to be a bit bigger just to overlap. So about there. I'll just readjust it so I want to get it, yeah, just at the bottom there. Okay. Next thing to do is to bring that underneath. Select this layer. And I'm going to go for the quick selection tool. You can do it a number of ways. Okay, so I've got that area there. I'm going to select the inverse, so Command or Control Shift I, and I'm just going to remove this area up here. Okay, so now I've got the area that I want to work with, and I'm going to select and mask. This is a new feature in the newer versions. It used to be called Refine Edge. This works even better. It's brilliant. So what I need to do is turn the transparency all the way up, and voila, it's done a fantastic job off the bat with this area here. That looks great. Over here is a bit of an issue. I'm basically going to just mow over this. So if I press Option on mine to get the minus symbol on this, so that I'm taking it away, and I'll just mow over it like that, and it might come back a little bit at plus, and go for minus again, and all of a sudden we can start to see this used to be a very time-consuming job, and now it's become so easy. It's you know, Photoshop have done a great job, or Adobe have done a great job with this in this latest iteration. So very quickly we've been able to make that, most people wouldn't even know. Just some clever cloning on to get rid of that trunk and to get rid of the stalk there, and we're good. This image would have a sky in it very quickly. The other thing, sometimes the sky and here just doesn't look right. So I'll just select OK on that. And no, 1 second. God, I was looking for it, but I couldn't see it on this monitor. So if I scroll down here, output settings, and I want to output to a layer mask, and click OK. Okay, so now I've got my mask, which is doing the job. Say that this just wasn't really, it looked fake. We can fool things a little bit by just selecting the mask using a gradient, and I'll just switch the colors around so it's black to white, and coming straight up, nope, press X again, must be the wrong way. Okay, so a bit less, like so. And obviously it hasn't worked over here, but we're actually using the base image underneath and feathering out to a sky. And while that doesn't look as good as the first option, sometimes that is the better way to do it. So coming back to there, I'm happy with that, and that will work really well once these two elements are taken out. So that's essentially how to do a blue sky extension on an image.